Hey everyone, we are here with What's Sold on eBay for Monday. My beautiful wife Linda. I'm Cameron. We run an eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, local Facebook sales to try to help pay the bills around here. Sell all kinds of stuff. Today is one of those days where the dollar amount is huge. It's a huge day for us sales-wise, mainly because of one item, but the quantity is pretty low. And there hasn't been much activity for the past like 6 hours on eBay. It's just been a little slow. So that's okay though, because one item, hopefully everything will go through and there won't be any issues, and that'll be a huge profit, and probably the biggest profit per item I've ever made on one particular item, which is crazy.
On one thing.
On one item, yeah. We've had our manual buy will make us the most profit, and I've made more profit on other buys.
Bunch of items.
Yeah,
We're
but
talking
on one particular item, this
guys.
will be the largest turnover,
Crazy.
return on investment, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, let's get into it, babe. Anything you want to say before we get started?
No.
Okay. Let's get to it. How did we do today?
We had 9 sales for just under $11.20.
So you can do the math there. That's a pretty good average sale price.
Can you imagine?
Some people do that.
Just one thing though.
There's some people that do that. They average like $100 a sale. But
crazy.
For us, this is we sell whatever we can. I saw someone in the comments the other day. They like watching us because we sell such random mix of stuff, high and low dollar. It's just based on whatever we can find out there. So let's get into it. First item is something pretty cool for me. I get nerdy about this stuff, but sold these little manuals here.
This is a TRS-80 Radio Shack computer programming student manual. So this is part 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
I don't know if they have any writing in them.
No, it doesn't look like it. They came from a bunch of TRS-80. We sold the TRS-80 systems. This is from before that. I bought a bunch of manuals, different guides and stuff. We made quite a bit of money on it.
Paint.
Yeah, from the paintball buy.
The paintball buy.
Yeah, okay. But there was a bunch of manuals in there of this kind of stuff. And this one sold for
$40.
We don't have much of this stuff left, so a lot of it sold. It is a smaller market. Definitely not the biggest demand, but you can usually charge a little more because there's not as much supply.
Next up, we got a vinyl. This is Hanoi?
Yep.
Hanoi Rocks.
You guys make fun of us by how we pronounce everything, but hey.
They do?
No, some of them kind of like, hey, they don't make fun of us. They educate us on how to pronounce things. It's okay. We're really smart, we swear.
We were talking about how back in the day, this face right here, many girls wanted that face just the way it was, and I was like, I'm not sure about that one. But that vinyl itself sold for $30 shipped.
That was an offer to watch. Was that like $36 on sale? Sent an offer out for $30 last night, and they jumped on it today.
Next up, a $700 manual buy. This is a 03 to 05 Civic Hybrid Honda manual, and that one sold for $55 shipped.
You guys should see on the screen, I tried to putting up there what the sales are, like how many we've sold and how much the total sales are. So we've been doing great on the manual buy. It's been awesome. We're very blessed, and we still have a lot more to go.
Yeah. Next up, Cameron parted out a printer. This is an HP OfficeJet Pro. Not the Plus, just the Pro.
Be very specific.
And that is the display panel, and it sold for $30 shipped.
This is when some people are parting out printers. And we sold a couple parts, but I don't think I really would want to waste time with it. It's just not worth the effort to do it. But we'll see if this goes through. If it does, maybe it's worth it. I don't know.
Maybe. Next up, out of that vintage cleaning supply stuff, including laundry detergent and just random items. This is old dish soap. It's vintage, a 1980s Sunlight dish soap.
Yep.
We put it in there as a movie prop or whatever because it probably won't work. It's probably just
so
separated.
Yeah, but we ended up listing it, and it sold for?
The 2-pack sold for $40 shipped, guys.
It's $40. We made so much money on that old dead stock, like cleaning supplies and the toilet paper, and we sold a bunch of shaving creams, sealed soaps. The guy's name was Dennis, and I wish he would call me with more stuff because it was awesome. I just kept filling up boxes of stuff, and he'd be like, $40 for 2 boxes, and it was great.
But that's something like, if you see estate sales and you know that it's going to be an older person, check out the estate sale, because a lot of these people, they did stockpile back then too.
Some of them, yeah, they were taught. Some of them, I remember one lady, I was at her sale, she was selling for her grandma. She goes, yeah, my grandma grew up in the Depression, so she kept everything. And it was true. She kept everything. Some people stockpile, some people hoard. Linda's right. Look out for the estate sales, the bathrooms, the kitchens, the laundry room,
that's
garage.
what we were watching Nurse Flipper the other day, and she goes, a lot of people don't go into the bathroom, but go into the bathroom because you can find
sealed health and beauty
stuff. And it's like,
that's discontinued and people still love it.
Don't go to the living room or the bedroom. Go to the bathroom.
Yeah, a lot of people overlook that. And not everything. Don't pick up everything you see, and used stuff is usually what you want to avoid.
If it's perfumes and stuff that are high dollar, you can, because we tell them, you got so much in the bottle left. But don't, not all, everything. Ugh. You never know.
Zane's here. So.
Oh,
a big
you
minion?
want to do that one?
Is that one next? No.
Well, do you want to skip this one?
Okay. Well, we're gonna let Zane do one right now. It's out of order for us, but
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Zane. What is this?
A minion.
A Minions. He's a big one, huh?
Yes.
This is a 2015 Minions. This is Kevin. He's 20 inches tall. He holds a bunch of figures in him. His face opens up.
Yeah.
And he sold for $42 shipped.
I think we spent $3 on him. This is one where I wouldn't buy it again.
No, because that's going to cost us a ton of
I thought it looked cool, and I kind of bought it on nostalgia. I was like, oh, Minions.
It's big, though, huh?
And ended up being, we'll probably make some money, but
Yeah.
anyways, with the free shipping and stuff, it's going to North Carolina. We won't do that great on it. It'll probably ship for 20-something bucks. We'll make a few bucks on it, and then we'll get it out of the inventory. That's the best part.
Yeah.
I've kind of changed. I used to pick up a lot more big stuff because you can make money on it, but it's just not worth the time, and shipping charges keep going up and everything. So I'm just not going to waste my time with a big item that doesn't sell for enough money. It takes up too much space. I'd rather focus on a $10 CD.
Yeah.
Seems like, not as great, but super easy to store, ship. Low risk of return for me usually we barely ever have a CD or media return. I mean, for as much as we sell, the return rate's pretty low as long as you check the disc and everything. So this is what you all came here for. This item was $5. What is it, Linda?
$5, guys. Like $5 footlong. It doesn't exist anymore. This is a Funko Pop, okay? But not any Funko Pop.
Most Funko Pops
This
are not worth this
is Batgirl.
much.
But she is a limited edition Chase edition. She is metallic. She is blue. She is beautiful. She's got red hair.
Here she is.
Here she is, guys.
In all her glory.
New in box. The box
I
is
listed
not
it as
in
used,
mint.
but I don't know if she's not in perfect shape. The box is not. The whole thing is definitely used.
She is number 3 in the series.
Yeah, but this is the special one because the Chase authentic ones are the ones that I think have the most value. This was $5 again at a garage sale. I bought a bunch of other Funkos that day, and it sold for
$750.
crazy. Okay, Future Cam here. We are back with the Funko Pop sale. Let me tell you guys how it all went down. So we shipped out this item at the best offer of $750. We added insurance and shipped the item out to the buyer. They lived one state over in Arizona, so pretty quickly it arrives there. We packed it up safely, lots of bubble wrap in a bigger box. It was well protected. We get the item to the buyer. That same day, the buyer sends me a message, not a return, and says, the item is a fake. You sold me a fake. I'm going to report you, and I want my money back. So, of course, immediately my reaction is, you're a scammer. Leave me alone. This is what scammers do. They're trying to rip you off. I'm frustrated. And, of course, he's probably thinking I'm trying to cheat him, too, sending him a fake. I say, okay, if it's a fake, what's going on? How do you know? And he goes, well, the head broke off, and there's glue inside, and I'm just sure the item must be a fake. He sends me a picture of some bubble wrap. I'm like, I can't, the item's like wrapped in the bubble. I can't see enough about what it is. And I'm like, send me some more photos. Show me what you're talking about. In no way would we knowingly sell a fake. This came out of a collection that we had bought from someone at a garage sale, but all the other items have been sent out and checked out to other collectors, and there's not been an issue. The guy says, I know it's a fake. It was a gift for my dad for his birthday. He collects Funko Pops. I need the money back. I said, I'm not just going to send you the money back. I need to find out what's going on here, and you'll probably have to open a return. He sends me a photo, and the head is detached now from the Funko. It's the body and the head. I say, can you send me a close-up of the head so I can see if it matches the Funko Pop we sent? Because ours had a couple little marks on it. It was definitely used. It had been removed from the box, and I even took photos of it outside of the box, and the head's attached. There's no obvious damage. And I obviously moved the item around, took photos of the front and back, and the head was still attached. So I'm talking with Linda. I'm like, what do we do, right? I mean, here's this big sale, huge profit on this one. We're not Funko experts, but I mean, I went off of what was on there, the box, everything else matched up. The guy's accusing me. He seems to be a collector. He's got good feedback. So, it doesn't mean a good feedback person can't scam you, but you never know. He says, well, let me reach out to my Funko collector groups. I'm going to send them some pictures and ask if this is a real Chase authentic Funko Pop. I'm like, okay. He reaches out, comes back, and he goes, it turns out they all think it's real. The box, the figure, everything checks out, They just think the head must have broken off before and someone put some glue in there to try to get it to work, to be reattached. And of course, in my photos, you can't see any obvious damage to the head, but I'm not looking like inside the Funko's head, so I don't know there's any glue or not. I have no way to prove that. There definitely is glue now from the pictures he showed me, but I don't have anything to justify that did or was there before or not. He's like, I want to return the item because I can't pay $750 for a broken Funko Pop. It's just not reasonable. He did apologize for causing me, saying that I was selling fakes, and he apologized for saying he was going to report me and put my name out there on blast. He goes, you know, it wasn't you. You've done right. You know, everything's okay. But what do you want to do about the situation? You want me to just send it back to you? And I'm like, yeah, unless you want the item for a partial refund. And of course, a lot of eBayers will tell you, don't offer the partial refund. Make them ship it back to you. Make them prove that it's broken or whatever. And I would argue in a lot of cases, yeah, it might be worth it to do that. But if this guy sends it back to me, most likely and it's broken, I could deduct 50% based on, you know, the return thing and get 50% of my money back, which is $375. I would also pay the return shipping back to me. I'd have to pay for that. I have free returns. And then I'd have to try to get eBay to step in to see if they could potentially have given me more of that money that he cheated me. And some people have had success with that, and other people haven't had success, and they've only gotten the 50. He did send photos of the packaging. The box was clearly safely packed. They had no damage on the box, no damage to the bubble wrap. There's nothing wrong with the packaging. It's not, I think it was UPS that shipped it out. There was nothing wrong with the carrier. Even though people could say, open up a case against them, but there's nothing wrong with the packaging. That's not really the right thing to do. And they may not even cover it anyways. So I asked him, hey, what about the partial refund? I'm now fishing as the seller for a partial refund because I'm like, maybe will agree to something. And we ended up basically agreeing to 50%. He said, look, he wanted to do less than that. I think he wanted to do $300. He would pay for the item in the condition it was in. I said, how about 50%? And you keep that and there's no need to ship it back. I'll give you $375 back and I'll keep $375 and it'll work out. And he agreed to it. So this item did not sell for it did sell for $750. It was broken at some point. He says the minute he pulled it out of the packaging and looked it over, eventually the head broke off. I can't say if that's the case or not. I accepted the $375, so $5 buy into $375 was still worth it for me for a rare Funko. If he did cheat me, you know, he got the best of me. But did I really lose? I'm curious what you guys think. What would you have done? What would you have done differently? Would you have done the same thing? You know, returns are one of those things where sometimes you want to fight them and push hard, and sometimes it's better just to take them and move on. In this case, I thought a partial refund was a way to get me some good profit for my item, and at the same time, get him what he wanted so he will leave me alone and not have to deal with you know, if I did get it back, who's to say? I mean, I may have could have sold it for a little bit of money broken. I could have refunded him $375 and then maybe sold it again for $100 broken maybe or something. That's a possibility, but I think this was a good alternative, and both parties kind of left, you know, as happy as could be, I guess, given the circumstance. So let me know what you guys think. Our second best sale ever.
This is out of the $10 CD buy, guys. This is John Snyder trying to outrun the wind, and this one sold for $27 ship.
Not our second best, but still $27 for a CD. The CD 10 buy really paid off, that's for sure.
Yeah. Then we had our Minion, and now we got a vintage Armstrong half-inch arm alloy.
Yeah.
Offset wrench.
Offset because, like, you can see, like, this one goes this way,
yeah.
this one kind of. It's a cool little wrench.
It says it's for an ignition.
I
don't know. Bestie buy. There you go. Sold for $10 shipped.
And that's obviously going out first class super light. So that's all we got, guys. Like I said, it's been slow. We're still waiting on a couple of same payments, so they're probably not going to come through at this point. I got a lot of listening to do. Linda's got to pack all this up, especially the Funko, get it super packed. And then, of course, Mr. Minion will be kind of a pain. Everything else is easy for her at this point. She knows what she's doing, but this guy she knows what she's doing, but this is just a pain. Anytime you have
it reminds me of when you had to do that Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, they're just they're just a pain when they get
It was one of those 3 feet tall Ninja Turtles that you open them up and you can put stuff in them.
Yeah. So,
horrible.
Anyways,
Horrible.
That's all we got, and we'll be back in the next clip with what sells on Tuesday, unless something else sells here in the next couple hours. Thank you guys for watching. Hey everyone, we are back with what's sold on eBay. My name is Cameron. I'm super pale. This is my wife, Linda. Linda reminded me that when I wear a white shirt, I look even more pale. So
that he's not even more pale. I'm just saying, you know how like certain colors
you glow
reflect.
in the dark. You know?
Certain colors reflect better.
So, anyways, I don't look as red, she said. So
He normally has a red tone to his skin, and this one he doesn't.
So you can laugh all you want in the comments. It's cool. Today, or we're continuing the last part of the video, which was awesome. $1,000 day. Today, not so awesome. How the mighty have fallen, even though we're not mighty. But anyways, how sales can turn pretty quickly just from one day to the next. So how did we do today?
Well, unfortunately, we didn't sell another Batgirl.
No, we don't have any more. Probably never come across one. But
Dang it. That's like that. If you can't win if you don't play the lottery kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we had 7 sales for, drum roll, 160.
I'm glad we got to 160. That's the sad part. It started off today. It was $83 or something like that. Linda's making steak dinner and everything, and I'm like, "Hey, babe, crappy sales day, $83." And she looks at me like, "What the heck?" She's like,
maybe I shouldn't make
"Take
steaks.
the steak. We're returning it to Walmart." No.
Cup of noodle, here we come.
Exactly. No, but it's one of those days, guys. They happen to everybody. Feels like lately we've been saying it even more. The sales have just been real, just up and down. But like a couple things came through. We did accept another offer for $50, and he said he's going to pay on the 28th. That would have really helped too, but hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. The average of the 2 days is still very good, so no complaints here. Let's go ahead. And again, if we're looking at the silver lining, a very easy day for Linda to pack up. So
it is.
She'll be happy. Okay, so first item that sold on eBay, babe, is
Justin Timberlake.
Now, this is actually one that we were waiting on payment for a while, and he finally paid, but came through.
You know, $7.97.
Not a whole lot. This was in, I think, the 350.
For JT.
But a lot of them together. We're making a little bit of money, I guess. But at least it's getting out of here, clearing up some space. This one was listed last night.
This is Resident Evil Director's
Found
Cut
some damage
for
to the
PS1.
case. It is complete. Greatest hits.
Oh,
So you
it was
can
really
see.
damaged. I
But
thought
it
you were
was-
like, oh, it's cracked a little bit. You're like, no, it's in half.
$2 at a garage sale. Because it's going to be a shorter part of this video, I'll tell you a little story. So there's this guy that goes to garage sales. Super paranoid in my area. He'll talk your ear off. And
We're not talking like paranoid, like, oh, he's scared someone's watching him. We're talking like...
No, he thinks everybody's out to get him, and there's a bunch of just scammers in the world. And I'm sure there's plenty of them out there, but not everyone. So he will stop at you and talk at you. Not like with you or to you. He talks at you. He just speaks and expects you to just sit there and acknowledge that he's speaking. So he'll follow you around the sale like a puppy trying to talk to you while you're looking for stuff. And he's unfortunately cornered me because he sees me quite often out there. And I had seen him on the Friday before I bought that game. And he was annoying me. And I mean, I not to be rude, but I just get tired of it. I'm trying to you're trying to get the garage sale, get to the next one. You don't have time to chat with every single person, but get to this other sale on the Saturday after that. And sure enough, I hear his voice when I'm walking up the driveway. I didn't recognize him because he had a big jacket on, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I look, and he's talking to the poor people having the sale. I felt so bad for those nice people. He's just going on, yeah, my neighbors, and they're doing this, and they're doing that, and you know how people are. And I mean, he's like just one of those guys who like hates everyone. Everyone's out to get him. Everyone's mean and rude, and he's just the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I walk up and go to the PS1 games, and I'm like, hey, how much are the games? He goes, $2 each. The guy goes, oh, I know you. The annoying guy says, and I'm like, oh, hey. I say, I get 5 games for $10, walk out. He was still talking to him. I was in the neighborhood, another sale came back around to exit. He was still there talking. That's how this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a guy like that in your neighborhood, let me know. Anyways, this sold for?
$34 ship.
$34 for a $2 PS1 game, and it sold overnight. I got like 5 games for $10. There's another one worth about 40 or so, and then a couple others worth 20.
Next up, Cameron likes to part out those vacuums. This is off a Shark Rotator. This is the HEPA filter grill.
Yep.
And
We
that
sold a couple of these before.
Yeah. That sold for $12.
$12 though. We'll take it.
Yep.
I'm guessing someone like probably pulled it out. The filter goes behind here. They probably snapped the little pieces or something
Totally
or whatever,
happened.
and then that's why they need it.
Because you get mad at it and you start yanking at it, and you're like, ah, and then you break it.
Hi, DJ Leap here. Welcome.
DJ Leap here.
This is a Leapfrog Phonics radio. So I bought a toy box for Zane, and I spent $30 on it, and because Zane has more toys than he needs. And when I was there, the lady goes, oh, you have kids? And I said, yeah, I have a 3-year-old and a baby at that point. And she goes, oh, okay, here, take all this stuff. I ran a daycare. So she hands me literally boxes of stuff. A lot of it I took to the church because it was in so good condition, and it was like this awesome wood baby cradle thing for the little dolls and stuff, and the kids love it at church. Even Tori tries to get into it. But that was one of the items, along with another leapfrog item and
some dolls.
Oh, the dolls you pulled out too, some baby dolls.
We pulled a couple things out.
I got so many awesome toys for the nursery and stuff at church, so
but this one sold
hopefully it pays for my $30 toy box.
We'll see. This one sold for?
This one sold for $23 and some change.
Pretty good. This one will go over a pound though, I think. So we'll make a little bit on that one. Probably like maybe a third of our money back or a fourth. But hey, plus we got the stuff we wanted to, and the church got some stuff.
Next up is a pair of vintage 100% Irish Kiss on the Cheek troll dolls.
Yep. There's two of them. They, I think, were 75 cents or something like that.
And they sold for $18 shipped.
$18. Why someone bought this, I'm not sure, but...
So Cameron likes to keep trash. This is the trash from somebody's Cheez-Its.
Ritz.
Oh, sorry, Ritz Bits cheese ones.
These were from a big buy we had of a bunch of, like, magazines and different kind of collectible type stuff, and the person had saved these Ritz ones. They have little, like, Spider-Man 3 hologram things there. And, yeah, we got them in that big buy, and they finally sold for
$14 shipped.
Should go first class, but
they are from 2007. So, and originally I didn't tell Cameron this, but when we were looking for them, I thought we were looking for actual boxes of crackers.
I told her they were folded.
I didn't listen to him.
So she's looking for this big old box. And
I'm looking for 3 boxes.
And I told her, like, they're in a priority mail
crackers.
envelope, and she's like, look out, they're looking for boxes.
Yeah, when he said that, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, what am I working with? Okay, and then last item here, the best item of the day.
This is a 1960s vintage marijuana book.
The Weed of Death.
Of death, guys.
By Dr. William Stewart
McBurney.
Yeah, you can't. You could tell he just hates weed.
He looks like that kind of guy. Look at
he
his
looks
big
like
old
the guy
head.
who just hates weed, man. If you smoke weed, you're dead.
But
we're not here to judge you, whether you do or don't. But we just thought it was funny. It came in with all the marijuana stuff we got.
Yeah.
In a big buy of books and
we
different
sell to all
stuff.
kinds of crowds.
Yep, anybody's a buyer potentially, and this sold for
$40 shipped.
The only comp was actually $30 on this one, but they were none listed when I listed mine, so I put it at 40 and it sold. So we're glad because that makes the day a little bit better. That's all we got right now. Linda's going to get this packed up, and we will go ahead and see you guys in the next video. She's reading something on it's the guy person erased, and it's actually a bad word. I already read that because when I listened, I saw it. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.